Greetings, travelers, and welcome to another Let's Play presented by Draco Breach. This time it is Kirby's Dream Land. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a fairly short game, so probably not going to be long at all. And I'm just going to play through the basic mode. I'm not going to bother with the hard mode, which is entirely possible to do from the very beginning of the game. Basically, you have two controls. Well, three actually. Jump, absorb, and spit. And once you jump, you can actually float in the air, of course. I'm sure a lot of people know this, but I have a reason for playing this game right now, and that is the news that Satoru Iwata has passed away, and I figured, what better way to remember his legacy than to play a game that he had a hand in making. After all, it is a famous quote of his that he stated that games are made for one thing: fun. Fun for everyone. Now, one thing I am actually noticing by playing with this on headphones is that I'm not getting all the audio, so I'm hoping that all the audio actually is recorded. I complain about things and then nothing happens, so, who knows. But this is a fairly easy, fairly short game. I just want to have some fun. And I want to show people how fun some classic games can be, just playing through them. And this is the birth of Kirby. It was actually created by Sakurai primarily, but when you actually get down to it, Iwata had a lot to contribute. He was the main programmer for HAL Laboratories at the time. Go away. Face the wrong way. And he really helped turn HAL Laboratories around. I mean, you can really say that if it weren't for Iwata, that we wouldn't have Kirby, we wouldn't have Smash Brothers, and we wouldn't have the plethora of games available because of that. And that's really how Iwata got his, I could have sworn there was a secret down there. Oh well. That is really how Iwata got his acclaim, is he proved himself from the bottom up, and here we are against the first boss fight. Wispy Woods, always the joke. I tell you the one thing, wearing headphones playing this, I don't get all the audio, it's very weird. And this is some classic audio. I mean, I have always enjoyed the music from this game. And 3 Kirbys dance to beating up a poor tree. Kind of the interesting thing is, also, if you, now this may be common knowledge, but if you look up the box art, and I forgot that thing fell for some reason. If you look up the, oh, K? I thought I jumped there. Oh well. If you look up the box art, Kirby's actually white in the original box art. For the American version. Why do I... Oh, that's why. I did remember. And that's actually because Nintendo of America did not want to get involved with a little fight, I guess you could say, that was going on between certain members of the board on what color Kirby should be. The argument was actually between pink and yellow. I can't remember who was arguing for which, but I think it was Sakurai wanted pink and Miyamoto wanted yellow. Okay. Well, regardless, Nintendo of America, not wanting to really get involved in the fight, decided to put a white Kirby on the box art in the American version. So that's interesting trivia that I've picked up randomly through the years. It would help if I could remember to use my controls. This is, I believe, a power-up. Yep. This gives you spicy breath. This is a power-up that has continued on through the years. It's still, it's, you know, the spicy curry power. Okay, buttons. I don't remember the buttons apparently. But where was I? Right, Iwata was programmer for HAL Laboratories, helped turn their fortunes around, and a lot of people consider him to be the grandfather of Kirby in a way. So, you know, there's interesting history there, and this is just a fun, lighthearted game. Okay. Jump is this button. And yeah, I can't do this. One trick is to get behind them and do it like that. This is Lolo and Lala? No, that can't be right. But they share a health bar, so they're counted as one boss. What? Was it Lolo and Lala? I'm not good with remembering names. Landed right on the star. So really, I'm just having some fun. Maybe sharing some trivia as I think of it as I play through. But this is a short game. And Kirby does lots of dumb things. Kind of the interesting thing behind the story of this game as well is that it is completely nonsensical and it's not supposed to be serious at all. Because it's literally King DDD, who's basically an antagonist. Oh, and by the way, this is before you get powers, so there's really no point in swallowing enemies. But DDD, who's never really been a bad guy when you actually think about it. He's always been kind of an antagonist who does naughty things. He's a prankster. Has stolen all the food in Dreamland, and Kirby is out to get the food back for the citizens of Dreamland, and all this. It's ridiculous. It's all kinds of levels of ridiculous. And it was never meant to be anything more than just ridiculous. And I really actually should be going after those health pickups even when I don't need them, because they do give you points. Now, if I remember correctly, yep, there is a secret here. What was down here? 1-up, I believe? Or is it? Yeah, there's a 1-up. It would help if I could swim. I'm gonna go after that 1-up now. Now I actually need it. Nope. Stay away. I'm usually better than this, but at the same time, I usually am actually playing it on a Game Boy rather than on the Wii. Because, oh, come on. What I'm actually playing this on is the Anniversary Collection, which actually, there we go. Which actually has some nice additional things, including some trivia that's, I guess you could say, better known. Okay. Better known. And these guys are, as usual, invincible. Now, for a lot of people, this was their first introduction to the Game Boy, I think. Because I think I'm trying to remember my history of the consoles as they came out, because I'm pretty sure the Game Boy released with Tetris, and that may have been a pack-in game. But a lot of people basically learned about platformers for the Game Boy with Kirby. I know that it was one of my first experiences. Why did I do that? With platformers on the Game Boy. Tetris was obviously my first ever experience on the Game Boy. And in a sense, this is actually my first experience playing a game that was developed by Iwata. Oh, I love it. This needs to show up more often. This is a pretty cool little power-up. Basically, you spit your breath infinitely, even as you continue to fly. This boss is fairly easy, just as long as you watch him. He doesn't really necessarily have a pattern, but he shoots 1s, 3s, volleys, and it's literally that easy. Playing it on hard mode, I don't think hard mode actually makes that boss too much more difficult, if I remember correctly. And we're already almost done with the game, because this is the final stage before the fight with King. Oh, yeah. See, if you swallow here, you get nothing. There are no power-ups in this game right now. I believe that there are still introductions to certain rather staple enemies, like the what frighten these guys. These guys frighten many a player because if you try to suck them in, they explode on you. But you can rats. You can still blow your breath at them and destroy them that way. So they're not unassailable. They're still rather fun to take care of. Fun, easy to take care of. Oh, I got all 3 of them. Yes. Now, if I remember correctly, there is cutters. There is an interesting secret in this stage that when I was a kid, when I discovered this secret, it was just, oh, okay, I need to stay in the air for this. When I discovered this secret, oh no, I don't. There's ground. Why did I think that there was nothing but sky beneath there? I'm being silly. If I'm remembering correctly, it is in this game. But then again, memory from... Really? I thought I spit that breath out. Well, down to 1 hit point. Oh well. Where was I? I was getting somewhere. There's a secret that I believe is in this stage that I, as a kid, just was so excited when I found it. Right, this one. I think it's this one. Maybe it's... No, this can't be. Well, regardless, this is a fun little mini-stage where you get to experience that. And you... Oh, I forgot that you got to keep it for the mini-boss. At least long enough to shoot it once or twice. But basically the idea of this mini-boss is just obviously stay out of its way and hit it more times than it hits you. And hiding in a corner is very effective with this guy. Okay, did I thought... Okay, whatever. I must have landed on that star. Wait, was it here? Oh, I could have sworn that I must not be to it yet. I forgot that these were as plentiful as this. Well, I need more health, so... Oh yeah, it has to be in this game, because I'm... Anyway, this was actually my first experience with Iwata, a game programmed by Iwata, because I actually didn't play Balloon Fight until much later in life, and having grown less used to games that control in the old school style as that, I never was as fond of it as some people were. Now, I understand it is a good game. and there are a lot of people who like it, but I could never really get used to it. Ack! There's a lot of enemies here. I think this is... yeah, right here. The moon is a secret door, and that's something I always... when I discovered that as a kid, because it was a complete accident. And the fact that it gives you 2 Mighty Meadows, before they were called Mighty Meadows, oh, okay, a lot of Mighty Meadows. And I believe it was actually before they were officially called Mighty Meadows. Now this boss is a bit of a challenge if you're not careful. This boss you really need to stay away from, because he has a pretty long range attack, and probably is the second biggest challenge in this game. Don't ask me why I jump a lot. That's one habit I developed as a kid that I have not been able to break. I just like watching those stars pop up whenever Kirby jumps like that. And I'll do that against bosses for no other reason than to be silly. Oh, this is one reason you gotta watch out for him. And he got the combo on me. And that is why I say you gotta watch out for him. But he didn't present much of a challenge that time. Usually he's a little more creative in his tactics. But anyway, with Balloon Fight, I really didn't play that until I got it on the 3DS, I believe, as part of the Ambassador program, actually. So really, I kind of missed out on that in my childhood. And it is the final stage. And rather than give you a stage, it actually is kind of a, well, you'll see in a minute. It is a boss run. You can take on these bosses in any order you like. I'm going to go in the order that they first gave them to you. Now, there's a tiny stage before you get to the boss. It's nothing all that impressive or difficult. It's just a little bit of a lead up. Right, you collect the Kirby at the end to blow up the spiked enemy that I cannot remember the name of. I'm not good with names. Really? I ran into you. What? Okay. Buttons are not responding like I thought they would. Okay. And... no. Really? That's weird. That is weird. Why isn't it... huh. Well, anyway, you beat the boss same as last time, and you're warped back to the beginning of the little boss round. Now, your health doesn't heal between rounds, but it's not exactly a big deal. I can beat most of these bosses without too much of a hassle. Oh, okay, you had your last hits. Back. Wait, why am I killing the girl the first time each time? Oh well, whatever. Okay, so now the blimp. And this is... what did I hit? No, seriously, what did I hit? Oh. How did I miss that? That's hilarious. And yeah, you can... yeah, there we go. I haven't played this in a little while, and by a little while, I mean probably about a year or two. That counts as an instant death? I don't remember that being an instant death. Wow, that's... Kirby really is an easy game, but when you make silly mistakes, anything can become a challenge. Okay, I actually thought I hit that last spike, but oh well. A little bit of lead up to the leaf. I love this power-up. I really do. This is a great little power-up. Just because. Oop, oop, ah. I am making a lot of mistakes this round. Oh well, that worked. I don't believe... Yeah, there's no secret this time around. And you just fall, fall, fall. Oh, right. Collect the giant inflated Kirby and go to the boss fight. Let's see if I can do it this time without getting too wrecked. Come on, come on, come on. Shoot the thing. Okay. No, 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 no. He didn't combo me this time. Really, I was expecting you to swoop. You are swooping, and I am dying. I don't think you can hide in the corner with him. I have enough life that I might test. Oh, right. When you... Interesting thing about Kirby as well is if you're showing that dive animation, you actually can kill an enemy for free without incurring any damage. I had actually forgotten about that mechanic. Don't ask me why. Probably because I didn't practice this before I played it. I just went straight into it. Oh! Now you're changing up your movement patterns. Oh, get away, get away. Okay, that was a lucky dodge, and we all know... Ack! Really? See, he's showing a little bit more of his variety this time around, which is nice. Changing up how he does things. I wish I could remember the names of some more of these enemies than I do remember, because I actually am a Kirby fan. I love all the games. If you find any of my Miiverse posts, I even show that I 100%ed the latest game. And what is that? Kirby's... Wow. I can't remember. Anyway, King DDD now is a door, and... Oh, rats, I already messed up. Okay. You don't really want to be standing at the edges. You want to be standing close enough to... Yeah, you want to be standing far enough away that you can... Oh! Oh! That's... I don't remember him ever jumping 3 times like that in a row. Watch me be wrong. Basically, you want to stand far enough away from the edge that when he comes at you, you can take that and punish him. Is that what he does and I just forgot? Yeah. The worst thing he can actually do is try to absorb you, and took care of TDD easily enough, and he gets blown out of the castle. So this is kind of going to be what I'm going to do for my in memoriam. I'm going to play through some Kirby games, have a little bit of fun, because games are meant to be one thing, fun for everyone. And Iwata pretty much worked on... Oh, I think he worked as... He worked as the programmer, or at least... what do I want to say? Producer for most of these games. I can't remember if he actually shows up in the credits of this game, but I know he worked on it. I know he was involved in this project. And I think he might have actually been credited as... I can't remember. And of course, he's not listed in his credits, so, you know, watch me be made into a liar. Returning food to Dreamland. Now, at this point, it tells you how to play hard mode, which is basically just doing A, B, select, and up. Oh, not A and B. A, select, and up at the start screen. Now, one of the unfortunate things about the Wii version is I actually haven't found much of a way to just reset the game, so I typically have had to delete my save data whenever I want to replay this game, which is not a big deal at all. So, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that. So, God bless and safe travels. This is Draco Breach reporting out.